Okay, great. Great. Well, yes, wonderful. Hi, hello, everybody who is here in the moment. And also hello to anybody joining from the future. I am Jen. My pronouns are they and them, and I'm a facilitator, a teacher, a practitioner, a student, who is in love with this practice of yoga nidra, and have been teaching this first Friday of the month class for 3.5 years, and love this practice of yoga nidra. And hopefully the experience that we're going to move into will have a similar impact on you. So if you're new to the space, welcome. It is very much about resting and doing nothing. The opposite of what we're told is of value. And so this is a space that is specifically held to say, oh, actually, my humanity is of value, my well-being is of value, my nervous system is of value, and so is yours. And so we come into practices like yoga nidra, like any kind of a meditation or contemplation. And my intention is to, offer healing to our nervous systems, to our souls, so that we can then go out with a little bit more, vitality under our skin, a little bit more ease that we've kind of cultivated within ourselves. So we can take that out into the world and put it to some good use in these wild days we are living through. So a little bit of healing of ourselves so that we can be healing in our communities. And I think every day there are so many reminders of how we are all needed right now to create the world we want to be in. So welcome. The practice is really about being comfortable. So if you're new, or if you're, if you've been here a while, you probably know the routine. If you're new here, I want you to be as comfortable as possible. I want you to be as comfortable as you possibly can be, which means you can put your body in any place and shape that you want to, where you know that you can find a sense of stillness. And for a lot of people, that is not lying on their backs on the floor in Shavasana. For some people, it is. When I'm doing yoga nidra, I'm often in my bed. Lots of soft surfaces surrounding you. Blankets underneath of you. Maybe there's some pillow support behind the head, but not too much that you're crunching in the neck. When we're setting up for a meditation like this, I want you to be paying careful attention to your joints, right? So your wrists, your elbows, shoulders, the back of the head, the whole spinal column, down to the hips, the knees, and the ankles supported, so that you don't feel as though the body is sort of hanging in any way. And then if you haven't turned your lights off, please do so. Or just find an eye covering that you can grab momentarily. Make sure phones are turned off, notifications are turned off. Like I said, camera off, lid closed, as much darkness, right, as we can find, as our days are beginning to shorten, the light of the day diminishing. We're coming towards the equinox, the autumn equinox of the year. So the darkness starting to settle a little bit more, and We want to sort of move towards that in this practice of Yoga Nidra. So we really take time to find the most comfortable resting position for the body. Now, I'll say that it might be the case that you actually fall asleep during this practice. That's not necessarily the point of Yoga Nidra, but it's not a problem if it happens. It just means that you need sleep, and that's wonderful that you're here to get some. But we might not be here when you awaken. So if you wake up later and we're not here, you did it exactly right. Cover with a blanket, maybe. It's nice to have some warmth and some weight. Like I said, an eye covering, anything will do to cover the eyes, to bring even more darkness. Maybe even you have a little bit of weight that rests on the eyes. That feels good. Sometimes it feels good to have something resting in the palms of the hands. It's a way to feel more grounded. Begin to shift any last movements that you need here as you settle your way into stillness. And start to feel the sense of relief, not having to hold yourself up physically, emotionally, or mentally. This is a practice of restorative healing. Through the journey of guided rest, we are led into limitless, expanding fields of effortlessness, of ease. Let the potency of this practice act as an antidote to the never-ending sensory input of the waking world. By simply listening to the slow and steady tone of my voice, you will settle into states of deep rest and easeful alertness, present awareness. You might be aware that you drift in and out of hearing states. Trust in this drifting, as it is a natural part of the magic of rest and sleep. And it's in this drifting where untapped creativity and endless generativity dwell. Trust fully in your deepest knowing and your deepest awareness as we embark on this journey. Let's begin with a short sleep invocation to bless this communal space of healing. We welcome the soul of sleep and the grace found in the depths of the darkness to hold, protect, and nourish us. Rest that is freeing, clarity of seeing, for the peace and liberation of all beings. Allow the eyes to close. Notice the touch of air on the skin. the touch of the soft surfaces surrounding. Notice the touch and weight of the body resting. Feel the weight of the body surrender more fully. Notice taste resting on the tongue. Notice the tongue softening. The root of the tongue softening. Soften jaws. Allowing a space between the rows of teeth. Let the tip of the tongue rest behind backs of the top row of teeth. And relax the jaw again. Notice hearing in the ears. Sound passing in through the ear canals as vibration. No sound better or worse than the others. Simply hearing sounds around you as vibrations. Notice now sight. Behind closed eyelids. Seeing shapes, colors, energy, symbols, vibration. Cultivating a kind of night vision. Feel eyeballs heavy and releasing deeply into their sockets. Like glowing jewels resting on pillows. Notice smell in the nostrils. The cool touch of the inhale passing in through the nostrils. And the warmth of the exhale passing out from the nostrils. Follow the natural rhythm of breath with your awareness. Inhaling and exhaling. Now inviting the flow of breath to slow. Slowing down the next inhale. And slowing down the next exhale. Your awareness resting with the slowing and deepening breath. Slower, deeper inhales. And slower, longer exhales. And here an invitation to count the breath down, backwards from 20. until reaching 0. If you forget a number or lose count, simply begin again at 20. If stress or worry arise from counting, simply continue the practice of deepening and lengthening your breath. Beginning with an inhale, 20. Exhaling, 20. Inhaling, 19. Exhaling, 19. Inhaling, 18. Exhaling, 18. And so on and so on until you've reached 0. Releasing counting. Releasing the control of the breath. Allowing the breath to come back to its natural flow. The mind in a state of rest. Feel for this inner glow. Present awareness. Now allow the glow of present awareness to travel throughout your body on a journey of sensations. Simply feel each part of the body as it's mentioned. No need to move. Remain still, welcoming all sensation just as it is. Bringing present awareness to the crown of the head. Notice the scalp, forehead, temples, cheeks, jaws, Soften the jaws. Soften the skin of the whole face. Feel now the whole head. Feel your neck, back of the neck, sides of the neck, and throat. Becoming aware now of your right shoulder, right upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist. Notice back of right hand, palm of right hand, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Feel space between fingers. Notice now the whole right arm from shoulder to fingertips, vibrating with sensation. Notice now your left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, back of left hand, palm of left hand, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Notice space between fingers. Feel the whole left arm from shoulder to fingertips. Notice now both arms together. Alive with present awareness. Become aware of the upper chest, the upper back, shoulder blades, heart center. Notice the abdomen, the rib cage, the solar plexus. Feel the belly gently rise and fall with the natural flow of your breath. Feel pelvis and hips. Notice now your right hip, right thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot, first toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Notice space between the toes. Notice whole foot. Feel the whole right leg from hip to toes, alive and pulsing with awareness and energy. Feel again the pelvis and hips, the left hip, left thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of foot, sole of foot, first toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Notice the space between the toes. Notice the whole foot. Feel the whole left leg from hip to toe. And feel both legs together now, alive with sensation. Breathe in and breathe out. Noticing now a healing light, the soles of the feet. Invite this light of awareness upwards, drawing the light to the root of the pelvis. And feel for a glowing red vibration at the root of the pelvis. Feel for a sense of earthy groundedness here, of deep inner safety at the root of the pelvis, glowing red like a ruby. Draw your light of awareness now to the bowl of the pelvis. And feel for a glowing orange vibration in the bowl of the pelvis. Feel for a sense of fluidity here, of deep and profound generativity and creativity. Glowing orange, like juicy, ripe fruit. Draw your light of awareness now to the solar plexus. And feel for a glowing yellow vibration just behind the belly button. Feel here for the source of your own inner power. Glowing yellow, vibrant like the sun. Draw this awareness up now to the heart space. Feel for a glowing green vibration at the heart space. Feeling for the sense of universal, unconditional love. vibrating green, glowing like an emerald. Draw this awareness up now to the throat and feel for the glowing blue vibration of the throat. Feel for your inner voice, connection with those around you, glowing blue, like a clear summer sky. Draw the light of your awareness now to the third eye, between the eyebrows. And feel for a glowing indigo at the third eye. Feeling here for your deepest knowing. Deep glowing indigo, like the waves on the ocean. Drawing your awareness now to the crown of the head. And feel for violet, vibrating and expanding into universal and interconnected awareness. Violet vibrations emanating outwards in all directions from the crown of the head. Thousand petaled lotus blossoming into interconnected and universal awareness. Rest into the light of this glowing rainbow of energy. Healing vibrations traveling throughout the body, from the soles of the feet, from the crown of the head. Feel the body as a whole. Complete entity. Imagine these healing vibrations showering throughout the whole body, dispersing and saturating every cell. Notice your breath. a natural breath as it flows through. Imagine the healing light of present awareness being carried on the breath. Slow, soft inhale. And slow, soft exhales. Rest in present awareness. Allow the breath to deepen slightly. Breathing into the belly and out from the belly. Noticing perhaps again the sense of smell in the nose. Notice a sense of night vision, flashes of energy on the backs of the eyelids. Notice the sound vibrations surrounding you. Notice a taste resting on the tongue. And notice the body resting on the surfaces surrounding you. Allow your awareness to expand outwards, beginning to notice the space around the body and space above you, space to your right side, space to the left side, space above the head, space below the feet. Notice the nectar of this practice filling the space within you and emanating into the space surrounding you. This is the generative magic of deep rest. You're now completing our practice of Yoga Nidra. You're welcome to stay just as you are. There is no need to move. You can simply drift off into rest. In order to bring your practice to a close, it brings slight movement into the body. rolling to the right side. In time, you might feel a move to press yourself into a seat, to draw the journey closed, to bring our ritual of rest to an end. Draw a nice deep inhale in and an exhale out. Thank you all for being here this evening. Rest well. Good night.